Meat Maniac here, and today we're gonna actually play some Chung. I barely ever play this hero. I have no skins for her. I couldn't even think I could afford skins for her. Yeah, we're just gonna regular old Chunga here, and as you can see, I don't even have her at the highest level, so we're just gonna go ahead and level her up. And we're going to look at her, and we're going to try to play her in Strife and see what we can come up with. I do know that this was one of the things that I was looking at, which was the Second Awakening. Instead of using Azure Dragon Slash on the third time, uses Advent Thunder Dragon that ignores Mighty Block, Spell Block, and Evasion of the target, and deals 27 times the damage to a single target. So this pretty much will eliminate bosses, opposed to doing Relentless Slash, which does a circle. But this feels like the best way to go about it. That 27 times damage is pretty strong, so she should technically be one-shotting any enemies she tackles. I think this is the multiplier that could make her good. Now, I think that we have to kind of focus on attack speed, and apparently she does spell drain as well. She seems like a PvP type character, deals 142 damage to just spell power. So spell power times 27. So if I'm able to get her spell power, hypothetically, to like, let's call it 8,000, which I think I could do pretty easily. She should be doing like 216,000 damage for her ability, and we can also it only requires 15 MP. That doesn't happen a lot. Instead of using, so it's just going to do Azure Dragon Slash once, twice, and then it'll do this mega attack. So I think that's the play, and we're going to give this a shot. Now I'm going to drop this into the Kanak spot, and we're gonna see how we can grow her. I don't think that Endless Veracity is where it's at. I mean, it might be. We do get defense. She is a melee ranged hero. She does not have a lot of HP either. That's another problem that we kind of have to deal with. So part of me thinks that it's Endless Veracity and Steel Set, but another part of me thinks it's maybe Endless Veracity for the defense. And perhaps we need to do like crit set with crit damage. So I think maybe like sharpness. I do actually have a pretty solid sharpness set that has a decent amount of defense attached to it. And so I could potentially do sharpness and sharpness, and then go attack speed, and physical defense. And I actually have a lot of really good. Here, look at this right here. This is spell crit versus physical crit. I believe it needs to be physical crit. So this is actually pretty good, 58%. Let's just go through this one more time and see if I have any more physical crit on any of these. This is physical crit. This is physical crit. Physical crit. And it's really just the ring. So perhaps I go here instead. That brings our physical crit damage to 71. And what's our defense look like? I mean, 700's defense is not terrible. We also get more defense here, and we're gonna have to like give her a lot of support with Void. Let's just think about this for a second. Deals 10 plus damage with enemies after using. I believe this is an attack. I believe this is not a spell. Let's see. It doesn't tell you, man. It tells you. I think it's an attack because it's melee. So, now this does say it's spell power damage. So it's really hard for me to even know if physical is the right move for her or if it needs to be spell power. That's the only thing that's a little wacky. I'm going to throw her on teleport pad, so it really won't matter. I don't know. I'm wondering if it needs to be attack her. We'll try it this way and we'll see. So we are doing void, and we are doing. I definitely think attack speed is what needs to happen. So we are doing this exact build. I might switch this out for maybe Ancient Staff, if I have an attack speed Ancient Staff. I don't know if I do, so let me think. I do have an attack speed Ancient Staff. And here. So the only reason why I do this is it amplifies our skill damage, and it makes it so that we receive 25 MP on a normal attack. Chunga only has 15 MP, so it basically is going to go normal attack, ability, normal attack, ability, normal attack, ability. It's just going to keep pushing, and that ability is going to get pushed up. So that ability damage, which is then going to be 27 times, I want that to happen as often as humanly possible. So that's kind of the thing that I think might be the way to go. The only thing I'm thinking is I don't know if it needs to be spell power. So let me do some research. I did the research so you don't have to, and it's definitely not physical crit damage. It's definitely spell crit. So we're gonna change the entire build to be around spell crit damage, and I have that, so I'm not gonna sweat it too much. Secondary stat, spell crit damage. I have so much of that in here. I want to get stuff that has both of these. This is probably the play. And then this is pretty solid. 10% attack speed. Yeah, so we're at 86. We do have some physical defense issues, but this is going to be very, very strong. And there we go. So we are now at 27% additional power, spell power. We have lots of crits, and our attack speed is going to be relatively high. So hopefully we're going to be critting on this, and that's the play. Now, part of me thinks that this is not it, and maybe we need to go attack speed instead. So I'm going to make that call. It is going to drop our attack speed a little tiny bit, but I think I'm going to go axe instead. Giant's axe. And let's go look at our stats. See, it does drop our crit damage a bit by a percentage because we're not getting the 150% bonus. We're getting 100% bonus. But what we are going to get instead is we're going to get the attack speed, and we're going to penetrate 60% additional damage to enemies below 50% HP. So that's going to really make up for it. And that's kind of what we do. The thing becomes, okay, what makes sense is it makes sense to have one super powered Sirion opposed to like an army of Lunaires. And honestly, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do super powered Sirion instead of like 5 Lunaires. I just don't enjoy the Lunaire army, and I think that with enough equipment and this broken legacy, I could achieve the same thing, but I'll leave it up to you as to what you guys want to do. The rest of this build can be however you want to do it. I think I'm going to swap my Elizabeth back in. I just like the stuns off Elizabeth versus Rey. Elizabeth is my favorite summoner hero, so we're just going to get Elizabeth back in to what I'm doing here. So that means that we're going to go Endless Veracity, and I'm going to throw my strongest steel stat back on her, which I can't remember which one that is. It's probably the one that I threw on Sargula. It is. Okay. So let's just grab all that stuff. And there we go. We have lots of physical defense now. And we're good to go. So we do have a Bardry. The Bardry does not need to go on the teleport pad. I think Harang goes on the teleport pad along with Zerion and Chunga. And that's going to be how we do it. Bardry will hang out with Tayson. And these guys are just simply here to disrupt and stun and be a menace while Chunga comes in from behind and absolutely goes apeshit. So we're going to really count on this 27 times damage. We're going to count on these two bonuses, and we're going to count on this for keeping Chunga alive. And what I don't have here is, like, we kind of have a heal mechanism through this with the Drain. Now, she supposedly has Spell Drain, so I think that means that she's going to heal herself, which would be nice. But let's just run this experiment. I have no idea if this is going to be any good, but we will try it. And I'm really curious to watch the damage, especially against bosses with the Second Awakening. And honestly, I haven't played Chunga. I think I played Chunga twice ever. So this should be interesting. Alright, so far this is okay. And we have Black Turtle Soldier, so no problems here. Let me get a little closer to the microphone so I sound better. And we're gonna go. We're versing some people. A lot of people like the Ren face here. Kind of interesting. 2 Mels, 2 Rens. Let's keep going. This is basically the play. So we're not in a bad spot. I like Scavenger. The chances of us getting a fighter right now is really low, so we're just going to just take it and run. And I think we're good. Now, I do think Seryung is on her second awakening, which is fine. The only, you know what, I do that then. I think I do that so that I can get Seryung up and running, which is a little wacky, but that's okay. We'll cross it. I'm going to do this so that we are 1 round away. And nothing amazing. And we'll just keep rolling. So in theory, we pop, we activate Chunga, and we're good here. So let's keep rolling. God's Flame, growth enhancement's not good. Size enhancement is perfect. So we now have the Mighty Blocks, but more importantly, we have the Life Steal and the Drain that we need on Chunga. We're gonna hope that we do not. We have a tier 1 Chunga, which is not good. Man, I'm kicking myself right now on that Scavenger, but that's okay. We'll just keep this running the way we have it. Everybody has exposed weakness. You know what? Do I even have anybody doing fear? Yuck. I don't think I have fear on anybody. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, usually I have somebody with fear set, but I don't here, so that might be an issue for us. We will cross that bridge. Getting closer on the higher strat. And we definitely need this next turn. Let's just see. Chunga is doing pretty good damage. Look at that 200k. Look at that 150k. That was that Rising Dragon thing. That's kind of what we're looking for. So that's interesting for us. I don't want any of these. Let's see what we're going to get over here. I feel like this is likely the best bet for us. We definitely need a higher tier Chunga. So We're selling this and doing that. And we're just going to keep rolling. We'll drop this here. Chung is at 2. I don't really know who I want to give this to. And let's just see what we get. I'm just going to grab both of these. I really want to survive Slime Round, so I went with stat increases. Let's see. Chunga is putting out as much damage as you would expect her to. Almost 1,000,000 damage. You know, not too shabby. Not as... Melee is a pain, but... You know, interesting for sure. Probably like level of Knack. I'll do troop size for sure. I'd like to get maybe 2 Elizabeths up and running. We're not really benefiting from guard. And the movements, the speed of which the game is coming out is kind of nuts. I'm gonna sell pop. Do another one of these. Drop this here, and let's look for. I'm just gonna keep being a wee bit aggressive. Try to get some more strats. Devil's Blood is basically perfect. Now we're gonna get Devil's Blood here on Chunga, which is solid for us. And I don't think I want to put Sword on her. I think I need to focus primarily on like maybe 2 bows, 1 staff, and then all staffs here. I think that's the play. And yeah, now these guys stun, which is a bitch. So we'll have to see. Chunga comes in. Chunga is doing that 3rd swing is a chunky amount of damage. And yeah, that's almost 2,000,000 damage, guys. It's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Chunga is still the top tier unit here. We'll grab Goblin Fighter. Look for Scavenger. We get 1 Scavenger. We lose here no matter what. So I'm not gonna waste this opportunity to get 2 Scavengers. I'm just gonna sit. And we're gonna let it ride. We are one round ahead. I just don't think that Chunga is gonna be able to pull this off. Let's see. Yeah, she just dies. There's just no way. There's just not enough stun. We'll finish that. We'll finish that soon. So we're gonna go look for a Scavenger, and if the King God Castle Gods are nice to us, there's a Scavenger. And another fighter there, so that's okay. So drop this, drop 2 of these. That's okay. And we're not really getting a lot of Chungas, unfortunately, but we are going to probably... Yeah, I'm doing this. I kind of want... I need to do another Haran here and a Bardry here, and then 1 more Elizabeth. I think that's full field for us. So we're pretty much there. And we have time to execute this, so I'm really not too worried about it. But yeah, Chunga can really put damage out. We just really have to get her like more sustain. Interesting. We'll grab the money. We'll do this. We have to go find more Chungas. Finally, I'm going to choose to sell and seek more Chunga. And I don't want to sell, but we really need Jeebus. Can we get one? This is a problem. Now we're no longer getting... I mean, I didn't want to do that, but I kind of didn't have a choice. Man, we're still okay. I have to go back and buy just pretty much anything as fast as I can. I'll take these 3 just so I have something. It's crazy. I can't get Chungas to save my life. Finally. Alright, so we finally get to have... We get doubled up on too, which is ridiculous. So we're just going to bring this one down and not sell because I can't seem to get them. We will drop this here. And we will see if we can go find some money. Attack speed's okay. Fighter. And we have a scavenger we're going to lock on. We'll drop these. Hang on to sword for a second. We'll have defense here. And we're just going to see if we can get the next Chunga going. So that's alright. It was a little clunky, guys, for sure, but I really had to like hard focus on econ. These guys are going to target probably, let's see, they're going to target Elizabeth. That's going to be the only one on the field, so that's fine. And then they go, and Elizabeth pops babies. I might play this again with Fear because I think we would be doing even better. So let's see. It'd be great if we could get a... Alright, let's just see what happens. Now, if I can get some Chungas, which I'm not going to get, it's a problem. And we'll do this. Drop this, sell, drop, sell, drop. Okay, we're close. I just kind of have to keep doing this, unfortunately. We are so close to being able to get a 2-star. This is crazy, dudes. RNG does not like me. Finally. There we go. That is what we needed. We're finally in a good place. I shouldn't have to fight so hard to get the damn carry. But sometimes Strife will not select your carry. It'll just nerf your carry out. So, but two-star, honestly, Chunga is fine. I'm not going to do anything else here. I'm just going to focus on getting the rest of my field built. So we are going to expand. I'll throw another Chunga out here for now. Sharp Claws is really important for us. And I don't know what I did, but we're just going to keep rolling. Alright. We're still ahead. 135 heat. I'm just going to watch Chunga's damage. It's pretty high, man. It's ridiculously high. So, one of the reasons why I have to get her tier up is because she just doesn't have a lot of HP. And she can get one-shotted by stupid things. Why the hell, what did I do to my stones? That I'm only getting like 3 stones now? Did I buy something? What strat did I do? I think I'm just glitched. Which is crazy. Medal of Presentation could screw us. I'll go with 1 down. I know I'm going to outlast these guys. So we'll go here. I don't know why I'm only getting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medals. I don't know what kind of insanity happened here. Let's just build out and ready for battle. Some ridiculous stuff. Alright. 211 heat. We have plenty of stun. Chunga is putting out a huge amount of damage with that 27 thing. Yeah, so look at Chunga's health. It keeps dropping to like almost dead over and over and over again. 9 million damage. You know, so like crit is doing it for us. Oof. We'll do this. Keep her alive. Make her better. I almost feel like I kind of want to put some... honestly, if I can get this up, I might put this on Chunga, even though I don't want to. It would give her an additional 35% health. I might have no choice. I'm going to lose this round. Why do I only have freaking a couple of these? I bet you it's something from the path. I bet you it's something stupid from the path that the guy chose, is my guess. So yeah, with 308 heat, we definitely don't win this, but we are turning around and ahead of these guys, so I'm not too worried about it. Not having access to the assault tokens is definitely not great. Chunga is just gonna keep swinging. Chunga did 1.5 million damage on the way down. That's okay. We lapped those guys, and that's cool. That's pretty good damage. I'll take book. Think about book for a second. I'll drop book here. It just keeps that Tason alive, and we need to catch up on economy. That's fine. Looking for scavenger. No scavenger, but I do like this. So we'll hang there. We'll drop these two for the hell of it, and yeah, no bow. Does anybody have a bow? Nope, there's no equipment on this round at all, so it kind of is what it is. It's only 88 heat, so we'll sleep through it. There should be plenty of stuff here. I still have 2 more heroes to drop on the field, but our economy got screwed when with the stupid path messed up our strats. So, and melee range pathing is ridiculous. Broken sword. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this, please, and we will have mythic tier. Cool. So our HP just went up by a little bit. I'll take it. And now we go for second one of these guys, and I will eventually throw that one up there. Let's just do this. No scavenger. Oh, we do have a scavenger. Cool. And I'm not going to drop scavenger yet. I'm just going to wait till I get one more. Or 2 more. And next turn, we definitely go Bargery right here. I could probably do Bargery right now. I don't even think this guy needs to exist. We'll do Bargery right here. Alright. Does that seem fair? I don't need any more of these, so can we upgrade? Feels alright. That would have been cool to have a bigger Bargery, but... Alright, now we have more stun. We definitely have more stun on the field. One more Elizabeth should be good. And now we just come through here and watch Chunga essentially decimate everything she comes into contact with. I prefer this build over Sargula for a lot of reasons. One, it feels like it's just as good. You know, maybe not in terms of scaling, but you know, damage times 27 is pretty strong, man. Scavenger and Scavenger. Okay. 12, 24, 36. It's pretty strong. I don't think I need any more Stereons. I think it's really just get the rest of my field as strong as I can. 2-star Tason. I still don't have another bow. Are there bows sitting on any of these guys? No, I have a staff right here. That'll happen. Yeah, if I get one more silver bow, I think I'm going to drop God Armor on Chunga. I just think we need that little bit of HP. As much as I don't want to. It's just not going to scale our damage. But she needs to survive walking up to people. So 1.5 mil. We're just kind of rocking this. I'm curious to see how we do at jumping bosses. I have a feeling it's not going to be too fair. Man, I would really like to give... if I had one more bow here. Wow, so we definitely killed somebody. We have Shmoney. So I'm going to expand twice. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do exactly. Maybe one more of these and then one more of these for now. I'm not really worried about money at this point. I think I'm going to start being more aggressive. So we'll do some aggressive characters. Damage. And I'll hang here for that. We're attacking this guy. So honestly, nobody that I'm playing against is going to be a problem. we're pretty good. I'm optimizing against... Who knows who I'm optimizing against? Let's see. This boss has a lot of HP. Let's see how we do against it. Chunga does some significant damage. That boss does one-shot Chunga, though. So Chunga's dead from this guy's fire attack. See, he does 40,000 3 times to all enemies. So that's 120,000. Yeah, Chunga can't defend against that. That's crazy. Like, even if I put that armor on her, like, how would she ever have survived against that? This is only 136 heat, so it just goes to show you, like, that Chunga has built-in hard counter. So we played Kinak yesterday, and Kinak had a hard counter against Banner, but Chunga has hard counter against anybody who has burst damage. So, you know, that is a problem. You know, and that essentially is my damager. So what do I do? I guess I have to, essentially, if you're playing Chunga, what you have to do is have a backup carry. You know, maybe that's the only way to make it work. So, like, Belina is usually a backup carry for me. So perhaps Belina has a place here in this madness. All right. I don't know why I would want this to be the highest tier. I don't know what we get that's different. Stun them for 1 point, maybe a bigger stun. Like, who knows? But I mean, we're still ahead, guys. I'm not crying too bad. But yeah, like, there's absolutely nothing Chunga can do against a boss that does burst damage. She just straight loses. It's a hard counter. So, you know, when you go like, well, what heroes are good in Strife? Well, heroes that don't have a hard counter, right? So heroes that don't have a hard counter, that you don't have to work too hard to build them. Oh, finally. There we go. Too late now, though. Just keep dropping this here. Interesting. One more scavenger? No scavenger. I'll just take it for the sake of taking it. Let's go see what we get. Last stand, hero, extras, and then, okay, so this is defense, right? And, you know, we do also have 10 in Giant, so that's interesting as well. We'll do another expand. I'm just throwing people on the field because we have the money to do it, man. Sure. Why not? We also get a lot of guard from Bardry, so there is that. Maybe with, like, Elixir of Respite, it would make it so that she would take damage over time opposed to burst. But, you know. Belina would also give protection as well, so there is that. But yeah, we're doing a lot of walking and taking AoE damage with these damn bosses. So that's kind of lame. Like, here are the jumping bosses, and here's all these dudes in the way. And we probably lose the time because of pathing. Hence why this might be the only time that I play Chunga. Chunga is doing damage when she can get to the boss. She can't seem to get... we just barely got that. It's crazy. So maybe the Boots of Advancement, and maybe we play her alongside of alongside of Victoria, possibly, right? Look at that. That's a friggin' Christmas miracle up in this. I do have that. Enjoy. So this guy's gonna double. This guy's gonna double, and then this guy just gonna heal. So a lot of stuff going to this guy right here. Chunga will be in the vicinity of these Wraith Queens, so we should be able to beat them up, unless she gets one-shotted by them. They do a lot of damage. We do have some mighty blocks. Look at this, dealing 80,000 damage to all enemies and pushing them back. So essentially, we just have to have mighty blocks. And maybe that's what we needed for Chunga, is more mighty blocks. We have 4. It's not a lot. She teleports, she's going to walk over, and she has to basically beat this person before her mighty blocks run out. She did. Now she needs to walk over and survive. I think we got it. I don't even know how we killed that one. I honestly have no idea. Can we get here without losing? Chunga can't get there. Do we lose to time? Because we can't get to that like really weird guy? Yeah, so that's wacky tobacco, man. Look at this. Boom. Just throw everybody out there. I'm just throwing all of them. Here, you can have a Sarion. You can have whoever you want. And here's another. Here's another guy. Alright? Yeah. Yeah. That's how we're doing it. Actually, you know, I'll put Sarion on this guy. We'll drop bosses. This is how it's happening, man. There's so much money, it's ridiculous. You just cover the field. I think we'll be alright. We just gotta beat this guy. Chunga is gonna be in the hard people are these damn vampire princesses, so hopefully Chunga just walks up and kills them. We don't have any anti-charm, so that sucks. Except we do have lots of Taisons. Taisons are gonna pull and disrupt the spell, and they're gonna pull again, and hopefully Chunga can kill them before. Yeah, so Chunga is doing a lot of damage, dudes. So 13 mil. Now does Chunga lose to AoE from vampires? Yeah, I think so. Chunga loses to AoE from vampires. So it's like, yeah, you have to do Elixir of Respite. And we rank 1. You know. So technically, yes, you can run Chunga. Technically, yes, she can do damage. But also, technically, yes, she's melee range. Melee range is a problem. Her life is too low. That's another issue. Her life is way too low. She can get burst damage killed relatively easily. You know, can you have fun? And Strife, probably. Things that can, you know, Elixir of Respite might do it. Like what you could do is, you could throw Elixir of Respite on her, and Elixir of Respite, the new version of it's actually even better. It takes 55% of physical damage over 3 seconds. So it takes the damage that she would have received, and it puts it over 3 seconds. Now that one guy did 120,000 damage. If she took that over 3 seconds, she still would be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not attacking fast enough to keep that going. Additional spell drain is okay. Another option I could do is we could put more defense just on her in general. There's one in particular, which is deduct damage per hero on the battlefield, max 40, so we could have mitigated more damage. But this does take away from attack and damage, which means, like, if it takes longer to kill the enemy, but you're mitigating 40% of damage, you're still taking the same amount of damage regardless. But technically, if I did like Elixir of Respite as well as this Banner of Malicious, then technically I can keep Chunga alive, but I also would lose sustain from this, and I'd lose all kinds of damage that I'm getting from this and from this. So, yeah, technically possible. We were able to get to like round 23, 24, I think. Is it the best? Is she the best suited? No. So, in my mind, the best Strife people are ranged units that can sustain themselves through damage. Ranged units that can sustain themselves through AoE burst damage. And for that reason, I could keep going back to Armis. Armis and Belina, those two strongest ones. They can sustain themselves through burst damage because they give themselves protection. They have enough damage to where they can actually get things done, and they don't have. There's no pathing. I don't have to path. The damage can happen over time. So another round, another example. It can certainly happen in Strife. Like I said, I played it. I still won the round with it. But it's just, you know, they these characters are not equal. They are not equal. I will keep playing these. I'll keep picking characters and trying different things just for funsies. just to keep it going so you guys can get a sense of like why I have opinions about certain characters and why I don't play them. But I'm being fair with these characters. I'm being fair by showing you like this is my best attempt at making this work. And then these are like, this is real world examples as to why I don't like playing with those guys in Strife. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you disagree with me, that's cool, man. Enjoy playing Chunga. You might have a different approach to Chunga than I do. You know, but this is kind of how I would approach her and how I would play her, because it's a little bit more no-brain. I don't have to worry about Lunaires dying. I see a lot of people play her with like 12 Lunaires behind her. So that Chunga gets lots of mighty blocks. Like, don't get me wrong, that's probably the way to do it. But you see, Lunaires all die. The Lunaires all die. So the same AoE that would kill Chunga also kills my Lunaires, and then I lose all my damage. So I'm kind of like, it's a catch-22 situation. But in any case, that's what I have for you guys today. I will see you in the next video.